Cousins. Welcome back to Chillin' with Allie. Y'all, clarity hit me. Clarity, realization, download, whatever you want to call it. About an hour ago, I just happened to be kind of like glancing through the comments on all three of the channels. Nothing really jumped out at me. Not that I be looking for it or nothing, but when I do check them, I'll be here and there just kind of like looking. But I noticed a couple different, it wasn't a lot, it was just like a handful of people that seem to be dog detectives that are hyper alert to Zilla. But here's the thing, like I'm not even throwing shade. And at first I was going to, but then it dawned on me, and it's a background thing. It's not even to say they're trying to be funny, trying to say it no type of way. It's quite literally a background thing. Like how on social media, for example, I say all of this because it leads into this point I'm about to make. But when you look at social media, for example, first of all, you look at people on social media, they be fucking praying. It's not to say everybody does, but it's to say a lot of people, you already know what time it is. Motherfuckers actually be going through the ringer. And this just be their way of purging it. All right, cool, whatever. And no, I'm not turning on the light. It is 5 o'clock in the morning. Naturally, it's gonna light up outside soon. Cause of Mother Earth, nature. Um, but yeah, nah, like, so you see some people and they're like, let's just say, for example, you know some people and they're like, oh, my dog's allowed on everything, the furniture, the beds, in my vehicle. And that's fine. It's a personal preference, whatever. And I'm like, okay, because I couldn't quite understand why it was always, when I say something to Zilla, it's certain people that get hypersensitive. And I'm not picking y'all out specifically, but it's just like, I've noticed it. And I'm like, even, you know what I'm saying, a couple people close to me then. But it's like, the thing is, first of all, I feel like she's just simply out of the norm. Although you've seen her for a while, she's out of the norm for you. You don't see Zilla all the time. I do that on purpose. Because you're not paying attention to what I need you to pay attention to. Sometimes she pop in and it's divine intervention. Sometimes she don't. Right here, sleep. On the bed. It's just some people, it's just like, you get hypersensitive. Oh my God, she okay? Zilla has this thing where she stretches and she yawns. And then she makes these crazy noises. But what person doesn't do that? When's the last time you ain't had a good stretch and yawned? I mean, and made a noise. When's the last time you ain't yawned and made a noise? Like, it's just, sometimes you could choose to be quiet. Sometimes it's just, that's the noise. But when I look back at generations, actually, I guess I'm about to make two different points here. When I look back at generations, three different points. I let Zilla up on my bed. I let Zilla up on my furniture. Certain furniture. She ain't never in her life crazy enough. She tried going by the table a couple times where she know that there was food because she was trying to smell it. But the thing is, that's a preventative measure why I don't let her by the table. I got certain people, why is she not allowed over there? She's just a dog. Exactly. And dogs have instincts. And one day there's going to be something up on that counter on that table. And her goofy ass is going to, she's going to go for it. She's going to try it. That's, she's a dog. That's her nature. That's their breed. That's curiosity. That's seeing opportunity, going for it. That's quite a few things. But if I tell her no, you're not even allowed by that table, she got her nose stronger than yours. If you can smell something cooking from your bedroom that's in the kitchen, please believe she smelled it before you did. So she ain't got to be that close. She ain't got to be up close and personal. That's a preventative measure. I know her. And even if I didn't, that would be common sense. I done seen my other dog do it. My brother left a plate of cookies. First of all, being greedy, that's what you get. But left a plate of cookies one day. When we was younger. We had a basement that my parents pretty much just redid. They was like, here goes some furniture, TV, y'all game system, the DVD, VCR, here go all your stuff. Enjoy it down here. Just leave us alone. Like that shit, like y'all enjoy, you know what I'm saying? I remember him putting a plate on the table. He walked upstairs. I was coming down the stairs as my dog was going up the stairs, and my brother was on his way coming back down the stairs. He going down the stairs. She come running right to me. I'm like, what the hell wrong with her? I'm like, oh, she gotta go out. Let me take her out. She probably gotta pee. He like, Bunny just ate my cookies. And I fell out laughing because what made you think she wouldn't? What made you think she wouldn't? What made you think her having a plate of food on the table? What made you think she wouldn't take it? Cause you trust her? Yeah, you learn not to do that, huh? I don't trust this goddamn dog. I don't. I do, but I don't. She has instincts, just like people do. I don't trust people. Like, what is we talking about right now? But I get it. Generations. I let her up on my bed, up on my furniture, and it's sometimes yes, sometimes no. She needs permission. And then she's an asshole. So sometimes when I just decide to leave out the house or whatever and don't put her in a cage, she be all over everything. That's her. That is instinct. So if she'll do that, I don't put too much further off on her. She can't make me really believe that she's too much more sane after she does certain things. That's not a bad thing. That's me being aware. The generation before me, my parents, when we had my childhood dog, my dog was allowed in the house. She wasn't allowed on any furniture at all, under no circumstances. Because, first of all, my stepmom had OCD, and my dad came up in a household, the generation before them, my grandparents had fucking dogs that they left outside. Now, I can't say nothing about that, neither here nor there, because they're dogs. Just because you view your dog one way doesn't mean somebody else is going to feel that way. So I say it's breaking generational curses, but it's also setting boundaries, and it's also learning to stand for yourself and have, like, just stand on it. Like, people going to have opinions. Like, all three of those seem to be the big lesson of the day. Like, fuck their opinions, set boundaries, and, like, you're breaking generational curses, so it takes time. If you're still figuring shit out, whatever it is, how I choose to deal with her, I'm still figuring it out. First of all, she's 2. She's going through the teenage phase. So she don't give a fuck anyway. Already naturally stubborn. She don't give a damn. But there's boundaries that are set in place because of that. There's boundaries set in place because she is a dog. She is not my equal. So she doesn't lay on my pillows. That's a prime example. Be nice to her. You wouldn't even believe it. This dog eats more steak and chicken than most people do. She does more on the daily than most people do. She has the privilege of having her fucking handler at home with her 200% of the time because she's prescribed to me. And I work from home. I do this for a living. But do you understand what it took to get to this point? I had to set boundaries. I had to break generational curses. I had to figure out what was best for me, and I had to stand on that shit. Period. Quite frankly, I feel like something might have knocked you off your game. It's just simply time to get back on. And with all those things being put into play, I think it's time to line it up. It's time to move forward with something. You've been stagnant long enough. And I feel like all that shit that I just said must have something to do with it. Some things don't motivate you at all. They do the exact opposite. You want to know what motivated me to get up and work at 5 o'clock today and talk for 9 minutes about me standing on business and about me being comfortable standing on business? Going through the comments, somebody said something that really triggered me. Because I'm like, what the... But it wasn't... The intent wasn't, oh, you're doing the bad. It wasn't that. It was just the way that it came up. Because I'm like, what the... Like... But then if you don't tell people, they don't know. I ain't never really had to address the issue, but now I feel like it's gotten out of hand because now it's a mental thing. It just clicked. It's like, that's, I don't know. Our childhood was not the fucking same. It just wasn't the same. I came up with a dog that was in the house that was not allowed on furniture. My dog has plenty of furniture. Her own shit. dog bed, dog sofa, big ass dog pillows, fucking large dog bed. Okay, then she finna get another one that's about to get upgraded with the thing on it. It's just like, but it's the it's the mental. I feel like there's something that you're doing. You have to understand everybody else's mental. As much as I be like, I don't understand what the fuck people be thinking. Unfortunately, I do. But that must connect with you. There's something going. You gotta understand people's mental. Once you figure that shit out, you can move accordingly. You can set your boundaries. You can stand on business. You can, you're still breaking generational curses. Now you're just figuring out the best way to do this shit for yourself. I feel like once you understand, this is how you let trauma go. This is the reason I'm not mad at like a lot of different family that had me fucked up. This is why I'm not mad no more, because the generation before you fucked you up. I know that because I sat and talked with the generation before you. I sat and talked with my grandparents. I sat and talked with my fucking parents. I sat and talked with the generation around me. I understand why people fucked up. It ain't even really your fucking fault, but I'll be the one to make sure it don't happen with the other ones. That's okay. That's all right. I got it from here. You see what I'm saying? And that shit all started from reading a comment of somebody talking about a fucking dog. You see how obsolete that is? She's not obsolete at all. But do you see how this is semantics? This bigger issues at hand. What the fuck are we talking about? I'm really sitting here telling y'all information. You're hyper focused on shit that doesn't make any sense. You're worried about a dog that makes noise. She does the shit on purpose if you haven't figured it out by now. But do you see how that led us here? A whole life lesson. Cause I almost went left just because. Just because. Channeling my inner Cane Corso apparently. Like, come on, man. Once you understand the mental, and like I said, when I say the mental, that's why I say it's the background. Some of y'all might have come up with a background where your dog was allowed to eat off the same fork as you, lay on your pillows. I don't know. I know we ain't going for that shit in this African American household though. I can tell you what the fuck I'm not gonna do. Nah, this motherfucker ain't as restricted as she could have been with other generations. But I can tell you there's boundaries. I don't want dog fur in my damn face, in my mouth, on my tables where my food be. There's boundaries, there's lines. Everything else in between, she's fine. But do you see how that led us here? Major life lessons, like, nigga, this is literally breaking generational curses. There was literally a fucking time when I was a child that it didn't matter which fucking grandparent's house I went to, everybody had dogs and all the motherfuckers was outside. I'm talking year on out. Hey, you could say what the fuck you want to about it. I could feel how I want to about it. At the end of the day, it wasn't your decision or your choice. They was outside and they fucking wooden, whatever the fuck them things was called, the little dog houses, little plastic ones, in Ohio where it fucking gets cold as fuck because it snows. Comparatively, I think she's okay. You see what I'm saying? You see how, like, real life lessons really be smacking your ass at the weirdest fucking time. Like I said, when I clicked the video on, clarity just hit me. Like, clarity download, whatever you want to call it, bro. With that, you got to understand that other people's mindsets are different. The generational curses you have to break are not the same ones other people have. And even if they are, the way you deal with them are different because you're different. And that's fine. Just stand on that. Nothing should be able to pull you away from. I said what the fuck I said, and that's all there is to it. Nothing anybody can say should be able to turn you away from that. You are exactly who the fuck you say you are. You are exactly who you think you are. Stand on it. It's worth it. You worth it. With that, just know there's different mind states, and that's okay. That's okay. Ain't no need to block it out, shut down, no none of that. Like, when you really put it into perspective that certain people did not have the same upbringing, they did not have the same, like, some people, for example, you might have been 12 years old when you learned how to cook. Might have been 10 years old when you learned how to do your own laundry. There could have been, I came up in those circumstances, but the reason why is because I was taught, hey, motherfucker, we ain't doing your laundry and cleaning for you. Let me tell y'all what the fuck y'all got. Y'all got chores, and let me show you how to do them correctly. My niece, 5 years old, was in the kitchen with her nana, standing up on the stool washing dishes. Which is crazy because this little motherfucker lied to me. I'm like, you know how to wash your dishes? Which I should have known because she was with her grandparents. She had spent some time with her grandparents. Oh, you spend a weekend over with them niggas. You washing dishes, you dusting, you doing something. None of don't play that shit. You doing something. Period. Some people had to learn because they didn't have a choice. And some people simply learned because that's what the fuck you supposed to teach. And some people just didn't learn it. They're learning on their own. You're learning on your own. You gotta understand other people might have had it better, but it's a lack of understanding. It's a lack of being able to comprehend what's really going on. And I don't know. Some people understand it, but the circumstances was real bad. I feel like you simply have to take all of that into account. Like, again, it all flows into boundaries. It flows into fucking generational shit. Like, you're not just dealing with just a you issue. You're dealing with generational issues. That could be something as simple as, oh, millennials versus Gen Z and Gen X. Or is Gen Y, X, Y, Z, X. So we always at war with somebody. So it was the boomers, then it was Gen X, which is our parents. We're Gen Y. Not weird, but take it how you resonate. And then you got Gen Z, and then what is that after that? Gen AA or Alpha or some shit like that. It's like you're not just dealing with, but my point with that is it's something as simple as even the music. You'll have people from Gen X be like, "Oh, y'all took our music. That music, that artist was born in the 70s or in the 80s or in the 60s. They weren't born in the 80s or the late 80s or the 90s. They like what the fuck? We like motherfuckers always be. But do you hear how stupid that is? That's what I'm saying. It's the mindsets, man. It's the mindset. It's the mind state, and it's the fucking background. Some people was brought up on good music, so the bullshit that everybody else might be playing, they like, what the fuck? I don't care about that shit. But do you get my point though? Like everybody a little different. And everybody elevated don't go all the way up to the top. Prime example of what you also need to remember is that when we were in school, and quite frankly, I don't think it really matters what school you were in. But when we were in school, we had separate classes. And I'm not talking about English, math, science, and social studies. Nah, I'm talking about regular, advanced, and not so regular, not so advanced. After school, we're all mixed in together. And keep in mind, some people didn't even finish. And it's not to say that that matters, but it is to say that that matters because certain basic skills, you can tell when some people just stopped growing. You have people like me. I have all the home training and all the basic knowledge. I just choose to be me. I could choose to be a fake version and give you what you want, but it's kind of fuck you at this point. I'm okay being me. But do you see how breaking generational curses led me to be able to say that to you unapologetically? I love you because we fam. I'm just saying. But you should be able. It come off like when Kendrick was like, when he dropped control and was like, I got love for all you niggas, but this is hip hop. This is hip hop, and them niggas should know what time it is. Like whatever you're going for, you gotta stand for it. I got love for all y'all, but it's hey, you should know what time it is. I feel like you gotta just stand on that. Yeah, Two of Pentacles in reverse. Ain't no talking about it. You gotta. It's time to just stand on it. Point blank. Period. Page of Wands. Yeah, I feel like you got too many opportunities, too many things in front of you. Queen of Swords, you too smart, feminine or masculine. You're way too smart for the dumb shit. Three of Cups, like I said, you have to understand when you more so have to go into Virgo's energy with the Hermit. You have to just be observant. You just gotta look. I'm learning that on social media to just not say You's a dumb motherfucker. To just, instead of saying that, just think it and move on. And then I'm learning to not even think it. Because everybody's different. And quite frankly, I don't really want to get to know everybody to figure out who was in what class, who was in what weight class. I don't have time. Literally, I just don't have time. Temperance. To other pressing issues. I don't have none, but I would prefer we keep it that way. Um, yeah. Temperance, Six of Cups, the Lovers, Seven of Wands, the High Priestess. The Hangman and the Ten of Cups. Yeah, it seems like in order for you to move forward with whatever Ten of Cups is, you actually have to. I mean, because why are you laying like that anyway? King of Wands, feminine or masculine. Yeah, you gotta be. See, your advantage is you're smart. It's just the mental. The smart has to match up with the temperament. Like you could be smart as fuck, but if you lose your temper like me all the time, that's problematic. Not all the time, but boy, this shit be getting on my nerves. Like I swear, Eight of Swords. Whatever you want, it's just is there, is right there. Like I feel like you have to change your perspective on something. Like I said, I feel like it's how you're choosing to look at things or move forward with shit. The King of Wands, you can go at something. It basically it's a thousand and one ways to skin a cat. I feel like to see what best works for you is you would have to listen to the thousand and one ways. You have to kind of take in all perspectives. You have to see something from all points. You have to get all the information because even the it's like omission, even the slightest bit of information missing will change an entire narrative, which will change an entire decision and outcome and all of that. I feel like it's important for you to actually pay attention to everything. You don't have to get super absorbed in whatever it is. Just observe it though. Once you do, once you figure out why something just maybe makes you nervous or doesn't sit right or irritates you or something. Yeah, Nine of Pentacles. I feel like you could use something for your benefit. It's almost like you're about to make a dream come true or your vision come true. Somebody could also be trying to ask you if you want to kick it with them. Like that's just the most random. Like I don't know. I feel like if there's anything popping out the blue, you don't care about it for real, or it's just like not top priority or something. Eight of Swords, the Strength, and the Five of Swords. Justice and the Five of Wands. Five of Pentacles and the Fool with the Seven of Pentacles. Yeah, I feel like somebody misses you or misses hanging out with you or talking to you or something. Somebody like they enjoy your company or something. I don't know. I like that is the most obsolete shit here. Or is the Ace of Swords, Five of Pentacles? Yeah, something is like okay. I feel like somebody doesn't want you to leave or move forward or quit doing something or leave them behind. Somebody doesn't. It's something. Five of Pentacles in the Fool, because it's like you're done with something. You're dropping something. It's like, I'm good. Knight of Pentacles. Eight of Swords and the Strength. Yeah, something's weird as hell. I feel like somebody doesn't want you to move forward. The Emperor, the Four of Cups, and the Hierophant. What the hell just flashed? Am I tripping? Maybe I'm tripping. Yeah, I feel like somebody is, they don't want you to move forward or move on or something like that. Yeah, Ace of Swords with the Devil. The death. Somebody doesn't want you to leave or move on or move forward. The Page of Swords. Yeah, I'm hearing K Camp comfortable. So somebody is like, yeah, just be comfortable. You're like, nah, I'm good. You've already made up your mind about something. It's like somebody enjoys having you around, or when you're around, or they enjoy your company, or they enjoy that you're wherever this is, but you're like, nah, I'm good. Something comes off weird because I don't think that this person's telling you this, but they are hyper invested in any and everything you're talking about. So somebody's ear hustling. They're like overly invested. Seven of Pentacles, King of Swords, Six of Wands. Page of Cups. It's like you're not interested in something, or you no longer want to do something, or whatever the fuck this is. And I feel like somebody is like, oh, okay, well, let me figure out how to make it better for you or easier for you, or like somebody's trying to make you comfortable and you're like, nah, I'm just good. Like, I'm cool. Knight of Swords. Nine of Pentacles, Wheel of Fortune, Nine of Cups, and the Empress. I don't know what the fuck this is. Somebody just simply enjoys when you're around. So it's like, to keep you around, they want to keep you comfortable or something. The Lovers, yeah. It's interesting because I'm almost wondering what the dynamic here is. Because the Four of Cups, the Two of Cups, the Emperor, and the Two of Wands, or the Three of Wands, I feel like you're kind of ignoring whoever this is. Two of Wands, King of Swords. Or something is weird as fuck, but I feel like this is yet another thing where it's understanding the mindset, and it's like, oh, okay, because something's weird. You made up your mind that it's like you made up your mind that you want something else or other opportunities, and I feel like somebody is like, no, don't do that. Like, something comes off as somebody taking something for the team. To make you happy means that somebody got to take one for the team. Somebody has to do something, and they're like, okay, well, I'll do it. Two of Cups and the Emperor. But it's almost like they can't figure out why you're not giving them any attention. First of all, I feel like you're paying this person zero amount of attention at all. Nine of Swords, Six of Swords, Three of Swords. Yeah, you're not paying whoever this is any mind anyway at the start. But somebody's trying to go out of their way. They're like, oh, I'm doing this. And you're like, so somebody's trying to show you that they're interested in you. The Five of Wands and the Nine of Swords. It's like somebody, because there could quite literally be two different or three different people doing this. You already got three different people that instantly showed up, but then you got the Three of Cups too. So it's a union or a reunion that somebody is going for. With the Temperance and the Hangman. This could also be that somebody's changed their mind about you. Maybe they went from not really feeling you to all of a sudden they just felt like you grew on somebody. Yeah, I don't know what the fuck this is, but um, I don't know. Maybe somebody feels like they could be your justice through all the chaos or something like that. I have no idea, but Ten of Pentacles, and the King of Swords. So yeah, here's another person. What's that song? Sean McGee, My Story. It's like if somebody's finding out background information on you or finding out your backstory or something like that, is they're like, oh my God, all I want to do is love you now. Yeah, the Star. That's exactly what's happening. The Star and the Nine of Cups. I don't think it's just one person that feels that way, but I feel like there's definitely like somebody is like, yo, hey, I'm feeling you. Queen of Wands, Knight of Wands, and the Chariot. Somebody else is gonna slip up too. That comes in at the very end. That's not really a cliffhanger though. I guess it was supposed to be. It's not. The Devil, the Wheel of Fortune, the Judgment, and the Hermit. Somebody's been stalking you for quite some time. It was supposed to be incognito or something like that. You weren't supposed to know. However, they're gonna slip up. This is like, let's say social media, where let's say Instagram or TikTok, you like somebody's post or comment or something, and then you unlike it, or it's because you accidentally liked it, or somebody does this to you. You know how it still shows up, especially on TikTok. Like if you make a comment or a post and somebody likes it, no, more so, let's say you do a comment, somebody likes it, but they unlike it, it'll still show like, oh, such and such liked it. And then it'll show what post it is. You can click on it, but then it's like if you go back, you may or may not see the like. That's not even remotely the point. But my point is, even if somebody unliked the shit, it's still gonna show up. I feel like somebody's gonna accidentally out themselves. If somebody's been stalking you, and I feel like it's somebody who prefer not to be around you, they know that you don't want nothing to do with them, so they've done it this way. Ace of Pentacles and the Seven of Wands. Yeah, this is gonna catch you off guard a little bit. Three of Swords, but it's somebody that you been got rid of and you're not thinking about. Yeah, they're stalking you. Meanwhile, I feel like with all this other shit going on, this is why the rest of this seems obsolete. Like it just doesn't seem priority right now. It's just the same shit, different day. Everybody likes you. Some people don't. Life be life in breaking generational curses. It seems like just some everyday icon legendary shit. I'll be right back.